guys, and welcome to the next episode of the Romaniac Show, episode 11 already?
I think so, yeah.
Yes, and we have the next guest. But before that, we just want to mention for the people who don't know us yet, we are Romaniac. We moved to Romania for our medical studies.
Yes.
And we are living here for 4 years, exploring the countries, having our adventures here and sharing it on YouTube.
Yes, and now we have a lovely guest with us in the studio today. We have the wonderful Mr. Remus Popovici. Am I saying your name right?
Yeah, very well, actually.
Thank you very much. He is one of two partners at RRP Bucharest, right?
R&R Partners Bucharest.
R&R Partners Bucharest. And you guys specialize in commercial law?
And immigration.
Immigration law, data protection law as well?
Indeed.
Yep, and we're very happy to have you on the guest today because we are very interested in a lot of things that we're going to discuss. I'm sure the people at home as well can learn a lot from you. So I guess we'll get started.
So basically you are lawyers on YouTube, you make videos about the different things that people want to know about when they would come to Romania.
We specialize on expats, so basically when somebody wants to come to Romania, we kind of help them, even if they are EU or non-EU, to start a business, to understand taxes in Romania, which in 2022, it was okay. Starting with 2023, they're gonna change. And there's quite a lot, and you need to understand, and you need to make some rough calculations. There's VAT. And at the end of the day, you might have a company, but for example, you need to run it, or you want to run it, and you need to come to Romania. And things get complicated. You have on one side the trade registry, on one side the immigration office, the Romanian embassies, and everything you must mix and match in order for everything to click.
Yes.
We know of some of those struggles.
Yeah, because as some people know, we have our self-agency here next to the YouTube channel and the studies. And in the beginning, just to tell you, it was a real struggle for us.
It really was.
To figure it out, it was insane.
We were up and down all over Bucharest, running about, oh, you need this, oh, you need this paper, oh, you need this, you need to register yourself here. It was a nightmare.
And you never know if it's really, if this is the thing right now. That
exactly.
So it's great that there are people out there like you guys who explain it, who help the people.
Yeah, let's get into the first topic. I would love, as you just mentioned, you talk a lot about companies on your YouTube, and you have a lot of expats who watch your videos. How is like the market here for bringing a business or opening a business as a foreigner in Romania?
Depends. If you have a company abroad and you want to bring it to Romania, you have the option either to open a business here independently, and usually that's the easiest way to go around it. Because if you open a subsidiary, or you open a point of work, or some sort of how to call it, it's like an auto dealership. We call it reprezentanță in Romanian. But it has technically it's another thing in its own. Most of the clients or anybody who is coming to Romania has a company outside of Romania, and either that company opens a Romanian entity because they want to go to get the dividends through their company from abroad, or they open a secondary company on their own name. So from here, you need to speak about taxes, to understand the tax system, to understand if something is okay for you, and why you want the company. The company is a vehicle in its own. Some want the company just to buy apartment, make investments in Romania, because we have clients coming and saying, oh, the real estate market here is very good. And I'm like, yeah.
And that's the reason why they come and start a business here?
Yes, because you as an expat, I mean, David, I know you can purchase land and buildings, but now with Brexit...
I can't.
You can't.
No.
So the business must.
I understand.
So you can.
I can now.
It's something like...
So non-EU nationals can't buy land here. That's the thing.
No, they cannot buy land, but they can buy buildings. So But the problem is you buy the building, but if the owner owns the land, you don't have the land. And if he owns the land, he needs to pay the taxes. And when you want to sell the building, he must come to sell the land with you. So basically, there are around 2-3 ways that I see everything going. Either you have a Romanian who owns the land, or you have your own company which owns just the land and you own the construction, or you have the business which owns the land and the construction.
Okay. So most people, so there are also people who just come and have a representative, like a Romanian person they trust, and they just do it on their name? Or is that exactly what people now try to let's say go around by just finding like let's say it's a virtual business, it's just they just find it to enter the real estate market?
I don't know if they have a representative. I cannot own, for example, land and buildings for you on your behalf. You cannot go around that. You need the business. The only way I would see it would be something like if you have a Romanian wife and you're an expat, and you buy the building and the land, and you say that the land is just your wife's and you do not own the land.
Yeah, that's what I meant actually. That people may do that.
What I'm confused about is that this is such a huge loophole, you know? It's such a cool thing that you can bypass the fact that you're not an EU national and just buy or create a company in Romania and then buy the land. Are there any stipulations on that company? Does that company need to be holding a certain revenue a year?
No.
None at all.
I think the downside is in the end it's the company's one. So if you whatever you earn, whatever you have to pay tax then in the end for it.
Technically, the taxes on the company are a bit higher.
Yeah.
So when you are buying land as a natural person, you pay less in tax. There's a big debate now with the taxes on real estate that they want to raise the taxes because we pay something like, I don't know, for an apartment, 100 RON, 200 RON, that's like 50 euro around there, 25 to 30. But when you own it as a company, there are two ways. You own it for business purposes, and if you own it for business purposes, then you have higher taxes. They are going up 30 times around, or at least 10 times. So if you're usually going to pay 30 euro, you can go and pay, I don't know, even 500 euro.
Wow.
Okay.
So that's another way that the Romanian state makes a bit of money.
Yeah.
And then there is the real estate that you own on the company, but you use it for renting to natural persons. So that has also another way of being owned and taxed, but it's not taxed so high, not taxed so low. It's something in the middle.
Yeah.
So that will kind of be the business. If I wanted to have some property here, that's how I would do it.
You have the business. Now you just need to buy.
But is the property market here in Romania, is it booming?
How would you describe as a Romanian? Because we have always some kind of, everyone is talking a bit about it from the people coming from outside. Yeah, all of us, like, we realize, we see the prices, and there are loads of people actually buying apartments for the studies. A lot. They buy it because in Romania it's also not taxed more if you sell it earlier, is it? You can buy it in a few, like I could buy the apartment, live there for like 6 years and then just sell it without...
Yes.
Yeah, because like in Germany, you have to pay higher taxes if you sell it below 10 years. So they want to actually avoid that people buy something and make something better out of it and directly sell it more expensive.
Yeah.
What we have in Romania is VAT. You have it in Germany also, but VAT is like a pain that you need to manage it. The problem with the VAT and buying real estate would be, for example, if you buy 2 or 3 apartments, 4 or 5, and in 1 year you want to make the exit, the first apartment is going to be, okay, you're making a transaction, everything seems okay, we understand, you are taking all the money, you're not a VAT registered entity. But when you want to sell the second property in the same year, you are paying VAT. So practically, if you bought 6 apartments from natural persons, from me, and then you want to sell them in the same year, from the second sale, if the first sale exceeded 30,000, 60,000 euro, 300,000 RON, you'll be taxed with 19%.
Okay. So they want to avoid that people really do this, like fix and flip or whatever. They just, like, let's say Germans come here, they buy like 500 apartments and then just,
Yeah, you have some restrictions.
Okay.
That's why technically you can do it with a company.
Okay.
So
yeah,
nobody is telling you that you cannot incorporate 6 or 7 companies, each company with its own real estate.
yeah.
And you sell them all at the same year. And if the companies are not VAT registered, then everything will be fine.
Okay.
Loopholes for days, man.
Yeah.
Loopholes for days.
Yeah. How would you describe then, in general, by yourself now, the real estate situation
I wanna know
in Romania, or let's say in Romania in general?
Yes.
Could you, or would you say just Bucharest is better to describe?
I know Bucharest because I lived
Yeah.
here.
Then Bucharest, how would you describe it? The real estate situation in Bucharest right now?
From my perspective, it's okay. I mean, it's higher than we used to have it, I don't know, in 2014, 15. In the last year, everything started going up, but it's not 2008 prices.
Yeah.
In 2008, we had a client, he paid 170,000 euro for a studio.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, it was 2008. There was the
Crisis.
The crisis.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And yeah.
So now if you're looking with 170, you can buy a 3-4 bedroom apartment.
For how much? 70?
170.
170.
Yeah,
No.
yeah. We also, I mean, those typical student apartments, like bedroom, living room, like let's say two-room apartment, but let's say it's a living kitchen. You can buy here like for 70, 80 even.
Depends on the areas that you are looking
Yeah.
to buy into. For example, we have the metro stations, the metro ring, everybody wants to go there. So if you want near the metro station, you're looking at a premium of, I don't know, 10, 20% over. If something is 70, usually, you are going to pay 80 or 90 for something. Oh, and we have also the old flats that are
Being converted.
not necessarily. They sell you the flat as is, so it's going to be something in where somebody lived from the 70s or 80s when Romania was not that rich. We are a communist country, and you find all kind of things like the tiles are. It's a funny story. We actually bought our current apartment. It was wrecked. It was like somebody from the 70s lived in it, and the tiles were put there with scotch, with tape.
Scotch tape? No way.
Yeah. And
The what?
The tiles were put there with scotch tape.
it was falling apart. So you can find this kind of apartments if you're looking on the market, and you need to redo everything.
Everything. Yeah, for sure.
And redoing a whole apartment, it will gonna cost you a ton.
5 to 10. Okay.
Depends on how big of an apartment you want.
Yeah. It's a real adventure, I think. But it's something I would like to do one day, actually.
The fix and flip model is something that I really like.
I don't know if it works here, but what I just would like to do here, or maybe we do it as a video, buy like an old trashy apartment and then try to make something nice out of it.
Yeah.
It would be fun.
You'll have a lot of content.
Yeah. Over days and years.
Yeah. What do most people who buy, so let's say some of your clients who come from abroad and they start up a company, and through that company they then buy some property. What do they do with the property? What's their business model?
Some don't have a business model, they just buy it.
And then they rent it out.
No.
Just to have somewhere to stay.
Yeah. So we have clients, for example, foreigners which are married with Romanians.
Okay.
So even if they are staying in Dubai or US or something like that, they just come from Dubai or US, look here and say, 3 bedrooms apartment, 100,000, 120,000, 150. Oh, in the US I pay $1 million for that. So here is my money, give me the keys.
Yeah.
And they just buy it and leave it there. And they come, I don't know, summers, winters, and they live in it it's okay. If it makes sense for you, it's okay.
Yeah.
For investments, we don't have many clients who are making the investments. I mean, renting it out. There are, but I am not aware of them.
Yeah, it's smaller amount because they're not here. It's a big struggle then to maybe rent it out.
Yeah, and you have to manage it. You have to have a company.
Maybe
And in Romania, it's very funny because the real estate agents, technically, they could do management also, but they don't do. They get a lot of money out of the purchase, so they're not interested. It's more like if you have something to sell, they are all over you. They want to represent you because they take percentages.
Yeah.
And I don't know, they sell the apartment in a month to 3 months, and they take quite a chunk.
Yeah. That's the difference that I found. Like in the UK, my dad owned some property and sold a lot of property as well. And in the UK, it's very natural and normal for real estate agents to also manage properties for their clients as well. Or there are a lot of managing companies that manage portfolios for clients. And a lot of people buy property not to live in it or just to have somewhere, but also to make a business out of it. And over here, more times, I think people buy property to either live during the holidays or to just rent out to like a family and or for them, to live inside, which is the big difference that I found here and in London. I think it's more because London, you can't afford to just buy somewhere and then just leave it empty.
Yeah. So you mean in Romania also the people don't rent it out, they just leave it empty? Or
they leave it empty or they just have it for themselves.
Yeah.
Whereas in London, you actually rent your own place.
You have
and
to,
then you buy,
otherwise you have a huge...
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe that could be a fact, but it's interesting. I never heard that people buy apartments and
then just leave them empty. I think that's going to change though. The more Romania becomes a bigger country and where people want to go for work and everything else like that, a lot more people would need places to stay, and a lot more people would have an eye out and say, oh, this is a business idea.
Do you think?
There's another thing about Romania and UK, because UK has been UK for as long as...
Yeah.
For us, real estate is simple. You have some money.
Just buy.
Yeah. Put it in something safe. It's not going to crack down.
Yeah.
So what do you have? 2 or 3 apartments. They're there. If I want to sell them, I sell one. And usually if they rent apartments out, now there's a new vibe that I'm getting. There are many people who are getting into the rentals, especially the new generation, which is now coming 30, 40, which started making money. They are post-communists and they are just hearing about the ideas of renting capitalism and how to make everything roll from US and other more developed countries. And they are renovating the apartment. They are giving an apartment that you can live in. When I was in university, even now you can find crappy apartments that they're rented. And it's a good business if you look at it. If you take an apartment, renovate it, and then rent it, probably you're, even at a 2-bedroom apartment, you're 100K in easily. Or around there. At an old apartment, you just pay 60,000. Somebody can live in it. Yeah, I rented €50 less than a normal apartment, or 100, but I didn't invest 100. I invested 60.
Yeah, and also over time, it's better long term. It's better to renovate it.
Yeah, this is the new trend that is going in the market, and I think this is something that will happen. But if you come to Romania and you want to rent something, there are 2 websites. Usually all our clients who are coming here.
And Anuntul.
Exactly. Do you know why?
Why?
Because you have the map.
Oh yeah, that's the reason why I love those 2.
Yeah.
That's the reason why I loved it, because I was just drawing a map out.
Yeah.
And then I would find apartments in exactly there.
Yeah. We're actually often on there for our clients, you know, when the students coming, and we need the map because we ourselves, we are studying ourselves on our university. We know the area, but we don't know the street names. And secondly, when we have people from other universities in other cities in Romania, we need to see, okay, there's a university, how far apart can it be? Yeah. So that's
Exactly
also where we spend our time.
There is OLX, but
Yes.
and you have another thing with OLX.
Storia is just OLX.
Probably, I don't know about them.
Yeah, it's like another company, exactly like Anuntul, but they put all of their advertisements on OLX.
Oh, I see.
But I guess you're talking about just people natural persons who just put their own apartment
Private
on.
people.
Yeah.
Who just put it.
Exact. Even on Anunțul or Imobiliare, we are talking about the same people. But on OLX, one, they don't charge you a lot, but they don't have a map. So you need to take each announce and see. And sometimes you search for the address, and they put the address wrong. They put the right address, but they put it in.
Yes.
Yeah. All the time. Yeah. For everyone right now confused, OLX is actually like the Romanian eBay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's there. It's crazy to search for apartments. I mean, on OLX, I'm sure you can have some bargains or whatever because people may just if them, but it's no.
And for expats, there's another thing with OLX. Usually, if you don't know how to go on Imobiliare or OLX is for people who don't know usually English.
Yeah.
So you can have also a big language barrier. I don't know how you guys manage the language barrier. I know that you go through the first year of Romanian if you study in Romanian.
We speak a bit. Yeah.
You speak very good.
No,
I heard you on the video.
Yeah.
If you can go to the your last video was about the Christmas market.
Yes.
Come on, you're speaking there like a natural.
Thank you.
Oh, you watch our videos? That's very nice to hear.
Yeah.
Yes, I do.
Fantastic.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that was a brief overview of the situation here. I mean, we're not in the position yet, but hopefully one day to also dive even more into it in Romania.
Yeah, when we do want an apartment, no, we're gonna be.
I don't know if you. I know that you both are at medicine, and I know that you're at dentistry and you're general medicine, right?
Yeah.
Good. On dentistry, there is a channel in Romania that blew out. It was like literally it blew out. It's called Dentistry Hub.
Yeah, someone sent it to us.
Yeah. There's a guy, and I really appreciate what he went. He just threw out the curtains of the business and everything, and the cases that he's doing everything, and became transparent.
Yeah.
And clients didn't see that before in dentistry, and usually when you go to a doctor, he's very sober and everything, and gives you just a bill, and this is what you need to do.
Yeah.
And he's human.
Yeah.
And when you go there, like being everything so friendly and being used to the person who is on YouTube, he's very popular. And I feel that there is like an untapped area that you can develop a business in Romania.
Yeah, for sure. No, I already have my plans for the future, just to say. But that is definitely something. I mean, I myself, I do in the university, I treat patients. I also can offer the people free dental cleanings and checkups. And we always mention it when we go live. And also people come around. And it's a whole different dynamic when the people actually know me from the videos. Because they come as patients. And for them, it feels already like they would know me completely, which is a good thing, because as a dentist, you're used to a lot of people, but for them, it's always like going to the dentist. But then that's actually, I think it's a very good thing.
What kind of patients do you have? I'm very curious. The ones that recognize you. Expats?
Also, yeah.
Interesting.
It's basically really everything, like every age. And
no, I'm referring the ones that come and know you. They know you and they come.
You mean like this? The ones that come through when I'm shouting it out on the videos, they just message them on Instagram. So it's not that I have patients and they recognize me. It's that they actually come because they know me.
Yeah. Very nice.
Yeah.
I guess it's the same thing for you as well. Since you guys do a lot of videos on YouTube, the people must feel so at home and very comfortable coming to you for advice and for help as well.
Yes, and we became something like a one-stop shop You come with a problem, and we go from, I don't know, a company to immigration to general taxation. I don't know, tax modeling or something like that, but I refer to accountants or tax specialists that can do that. But getting in a room with somebody who can give you a whole plan, like this is what you start with, these are the steps, and it will take you like, I don't know, 8, 9, 10 months. They understand from the beginning. And yes, I felt that going onto YouTube and being present there, when clients come, they are more trusting. Yeah, we have a pre-built trust that we have, and we also try to have all our clients happy. We're now like 120 reviews on Google Maps, and
awesome work.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, and it's like a visit card that it's not like in the old days when
you have the one lawyer, and you just
or somebody that, do you know somebody, and you just go on a recommendation from somebody else to
word by mouth.
Yeah. Now it's something more transparent, and it's not just one person that endorses you, and we're very grateful for everything that is happening now, and it's much more transparent, the whole process.
Good. I think it's great because on the one hand, the people are providing better service because they know that the talk is out there. Like, like you said with your recommendations, with your, how you say?
The reviews.
Yeah, reviews. People would write something bad if your service isn't good. And back in the time, of course, it also speaks around, but just to a certain extent. And now the service gets better because when you're transparent, you have to be better. But on the other hand, you better can reach the clients. And I think it's a great model, especially in the future, if you grow the YouTube even more and more. And like you said, it's more like a shop where people just go for a few occasions. I think that's a great model actually to go for.
Yes, and I don't know, you cannot, I mean, if you're very keen, and as I saw you guys, you are very handy with what you do with the students, and you probably learn the whole pathway from getting the studies recognized to getting the application for the university, getting the approval from the ministry, getting the visa, coming here, getting the residency permit. It's a long process. I mean, all of this, if you look partially what we do, if you have enough time, probably you can find it in the YouTubes. I mean, we share everything we know, and we're just transparent. But from case to case, we just put, for the client, we do the whole process, like whole thinking, the whole everything. He just goes on a right, say so.
Yeah, it's a more relaxing thing for the client as well, because not everybody has that time to just take 3-4 hours or 4 days of their life to go searching through YouTube everything and have to write down information, addresses and things like that, which is why companies like yourselves are a huge benefit, even for us.
Yes,
as well. We didn't manage to do everything by ourselves when we were starting the company.
We
had to go to a lawyer and get some help, because we need some help. Give us something.
Yeah, we thought we can just do it ourselves.
Yeah,
it's very funny now. Sometimes I have clients that come in. I don't know, company incorporation. Is it difficult? For me, no.
Yeah, for me it's simple. I mean, this is my job.
You could do it on your own, and then I'm like, oh my god.
And they're gonna wait for you.
Yeah.
See you in 1 week.
How's the taxes and everything else like that changed? Like you did say at the beginning, there is a huge change coming in 2023.
Well, in 2022, we had 3%. If you opened a standard company, didn't do anything on that company, you had 3% on revenue.
Yeah, and 1% with employees.
And 1% with employees. Starting with 2023, the 3% goes away. 16%.
Yeah.
And now the question is... the question is... is it okay to employ yourself? Does it make sense financially speaking?
Mm-hmm.
And you must make the calculations, but usually starting with, if I remember correctly, the minimum salary will increase. So this year it's 500 euro, next year it's gonna be 600. I don't know the calculations on the 600, but on the 500, if you employed yourself, so you are the business owner, you are the employee, it makes sense if you earned more than 30,000 euro.
Okay.
Because then you just get the same taxation level or similar, but you would get health insurance and social security, you get pension. If you don't employ yourself, you get nothing, you just pay taxes. And if you have another employee, you just double that, because the taxes in Romania for salary are 42%.
Yeah.
And
High.
yeah, they're very high. And you need to hire somebody else, anyone who you wish to hire. And as long as you make 60,000 per year, you'll be better off employing somebody than just paying taxes on the 16%.
Yeah. So for smaller companies, like who have like maybe 1, 2, 3 people, or just one person, it's better off for them to start hiring somebody and then for the next year, because then they'll be paying less on taxes.
You need to have a good business plan starting from 2023. You need to, for example, if you incorporate a company today, you have until the 31st of December to get that decision if you want to be on the 1% or 16%. And you can change that. It's not something like, yes, my business is doing better than expected, so I'm just going to go on 1% from tomorrow. No, it doesn't work that way. You're going to be stuck with 16% or 1% until the 31st of December. And then,
again, of the next year.
Yeah, actually, you can go from 1% to the 31st% if you are without the employee for more than 30 days. I mean, there are many ways that you can lose the 1%.
But you can't gain.
Exactly. And you need to take that decision from the beginning.
So, okay. So, yeah, I think, honestly speaking, if we are a bit transparent, that's actually what we also going to do with the 1%. Before the end of this year.
Depends what you expect. I mean, if you know that you are going to be around 30,000 or more per year, go with the 1%. You get health insurance, you get many things that, and you get the pension. It's not something great, but if you stay 15 years here, we give you like 200 euro minimum pension.
Yes.
Wow. Lucky us. Lucky us.
It's okay. You can go in Thailand.
Yes.
200 euro will
Spend a month.
Yeah. Better than nothing.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, that's awesome. I think loads of people at home will be like really, really, really glad with this kind of information about not only starting companies, but that there's an option for non-EU nationals to actually start a company. And there's like a
and
kind
the
of
trend is
loophole.
actually going there, because I can tell from the German side, where our tax situation in general, how everything works with finances, and let's say just having our own business in Germany is not as nice as it had been a lot of years before, and that's why the trend is actually going. I think that a lot of companies are leaving Germany and are going abroad to enjoy the tax situation there.
Yeah.
Currently, we have many IT companies that are coming, even from Germany.
Yes.
Looking back, we have quite a few clients from Germany. But even non-EU, as you mentioned earlier, we have many non-EU clients but usually non-EU want the residency attached. And now, starting with 2023, residencies for non-EU also changed.
Really? Explain that.
So in the past, you could open the company and you could hire yourself pretty easily as the company director, and they will give you a one work permit, to say so, to come to Romania with a D-type visa and start building the company. Now they looked a little bit better. It was like a big route for non-EU coming to Romania, and they said, okay, from 2022, we are going to request economic activity for all businesses coming to Romania. So now, even if you build a business, you need to come with a business visa, with a travel visa first to Romania, and then you start the company, you start having economic activity and apply for the work permit. Without starting the economic activity, they will not allow you to get the D-type visa and the residency permit.
How is the residency permit getting in general over here? Like for people who want to come and study or come and work, is it very difficult? We have loads of people who are like, how hard is it to actually come to Romania?
What do you mean by hard?
Like for people, let's say non-European, because European people is generally quite easy, you know.
I made it myself. Movement. It was okay.
But non-European people who want to come here and work, how's the workforce like accepted?
Yeah, for working, because for students it's pretty easy, you know, because we
you get
just
accepted to the university.
Acceptance letter, and then that's it. But if I want to work, but I don't maybe have started the business yet or haven't got the job yet.
Usually it goes as it's for the US, you need a sponsor. The sponsor needs to be, for example, the sponsor for students is considered the university in a way. The university says, okay, the acceptance letter is like, yes, I know
this person and we take responsibility coming to our country.
Yeah. He provided enough proof that he is fit to study in our university. For work, you need to find the business, and the business needs to have economic activity. Now, starting with 2022, economic activity is judged by physical headquarters. So you cannot have a company with a virtual headquarters employing somebody, because where is he coming to work?
Where is he going to go?
Yeah,
exactly. So headquarters. Second would be preferably an employee already, just to show that, okay, you have
it's
a company,
proper business,
you have an employee, you understand what employment is. And thirdly, it would be contracts, invoices received, invoices issued, income received in the bank statement and everything, and you can go with all of that. And they are very strict with the work permits. I mean, in the past, they were more like, oh, okay, you have income. Yeah, here's your work permit. But now we had many companies who sold the work permits.
Okay.
I don't know if you guys noticed, but there are many expats on the roads, and you can find them each and every day, and many are illegal. There was a boom, and I understand that many companies which fulfilled the conditions to get the work permit, got the work permit, but didn't employ the person. He came to Romania with the visa and everything, and he was like, okay, you came, thank you. Because they started selling the work permits. The employer got an incentive to hire with the work permit, and my strong recommendation now is like, if you find a good business, if you want to come to Romania, find a good business, do your due diligence, and don't come to, I don't know, the shop around the corner that is doing I don't know what.
Yeah.
Does
that mean that, but the people must have known then that they were coming, that they were just buying their way into the country.
And they thought that, okay, I am buying this, I'm getting into the country, and I am going to find a bit
work.
Some sort of black work or something. Yeah.
Not black work.
No, just working. Like they say, come to Microsoft or whoever, we give you the job. Here's your work permit. With this, you apply for a visa. Then you come. They're like, yes, I have a job. I can start working. Then they are like, you know what? We gave you the opportunity to come to our country, but we don't want you to work for us.
What I was saying is that wouldn't people? I thought it was like an agreement thing, that people know that they're just buying their way inside the country. They know that they're not going to be working here.
They knew that they were not working for that company.
Yeah, they knew that they're just going to find their way here.
Yeah.
Or they were just like, oh, okay, work permit. I don't know. I have even clients that are with higher education. They are coming to Romania. And I didn't want to work there because I'm highly qualified. I wanted to come to Romania and open my own business here or something like that. And starting a few weeks, probably months ago, they changed the whole procedure for changing the work permits, changing the employer.
Okay.
Now, for example, if you came to Romania and you stop your work agreement by resignation, not by mutual agreement. Resignation, just to be sure that everybody has the proper terms, is when you come to a job and you say, oh, I don't want to work here any longer, and you have like 15 days, and afterwards the contract just stops.
Yeah.
In that case, if you do not have the agreement of your former employer and the resignation is with less than 1 year from when the employment started, you need the express agreement of your previous employer in order to get another work permit at another employer.
Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's getting tougher and tougher, and immigration, at least from my point of view, you need to be very strict with everything. And you guys went through immigration as do you have non-EU clients?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Non-EU, they have a different file. EU have a different file. And for example, for non-EU clients, now we had a client in Ilfov. We applied in February for him. He got the appointment at the immigration office in June.
Wow.
Oh la la. Yeah.
Yeah, there are many things that are getting worse and worse from my point of view, and things need to change.
Why do you think it is that it takes so much time? Is it the case that more and more people want to come, or is it the case that things gonna change or changed already?
There are a lot of people who are here. The infrastructure,
It doesn't.
So, yeah, exactly.
Can't hold it. Yeah.
He cannot hold it. In 2014, 15, no, 16, 17, when we started everything, we had around 10,000, 30,000 work permits per year.
Okay.
2022, we had 100,000 new.
Wow. Yeah, it's been tenfold, and you can't keep up.
Yeah, I think it is basically. Is it also that people like Romania is like the gate to Europe or the European Union? Could that actually be the case?
Some see it like so. I don't see it like that.
Why do you think then that it's gone up by 10 times in a matter of a short period of time?
You're from London, right?
Yeah.
How did you feel living in Romania?
Love it.
Why?
You're more free. It's cheaper.
Cheaper? That on the E. Okay, so let's get on the cheaper side.
Yeah.
How much would you spend in UK, in London, going there? Could you live on €1,000 per month?
By myself?
Coming just think of yourself as somebody who is coming to London for a job, €1,000 per month.
Oh, no.
No.
No. What? You're living on the streets.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm a king.
Okay, so you see?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's very big discrepancies. At least as I understand from some of the people we are working with, for Southeast Asia, which have the majority of the employees that are coming to Romania through work permits, they find Romania very good. They have the possibility to go to, I don't know, Singapore, Australia, even other countries which are better, Dubai, EAU, but they like Romania because they come here, they get a lower salary, but at the end of the month, you have more.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yes.
And they can send more home.
Okay.
Yeah. That's a huge thing that I think loads of people don't think about. Loads of people, they just go off the salary.
Exactly.
Maybe you go to like, let's say Germany, and you see 3,000 euros per month. And you're like, wow, this is huge.
Yeah.
But then when you look at the paper and you see how much you're spending on rent, how much you're spending on taxes, how much you're spending
employing
on this
people,
and that and
this
that
kind of
and
stuff.
that. And then after that, you want to have a look at how much you've saved and how much you can send back or start putting away towards your family or your future kids. It's nothing compared to maybe if you had a much lower salary, but you didn't have such high expenses and you could save a lot more.
Yes, that is actually the case. I think that's the case with most people. The people who come here like us as international students or friends visiting, first moment it's like incredible, so cheap. But then of course the thought comes of like, wait, if you would live here full time and you don't have your parents at home or your banks who give you the credit to study, you would actually then get also the lower salary. But the point of the expenses is really what matters, like rent. And I think it is not at all in relation to the salary, especially when you do work where you are an expert in. Like let's say you are a doctor, when you studied especially. Because there, Bucharest is, I think you can earn more as a dentist, as a very good dentist in Bucharest. You earn more than everywhere in Germany.
And you save more as well then.
Yes, exactly.
Even if you earned the same amount, you would
or a
save
bit
more
less.
here. Yeah, you would save more here.
Yeah, that's actually...
my point of view. And couple that, for example, if you're an entrepreneur with the taxation level.
On top of...
I have clients which are coming from Europe and usually Europe. And I ask them from the beginning, okay, tell me what are you expecting to do to understand which part I'm going to put you in and what we are going to discuss about. Because if not, you need 2 or 3 hours to discuss every possibility. And I have many clients who are coming and, I'm doing 100,000 euro per year, 200,000. Couple that with the expense level of Romania, the tax level from Romania, and then you do in a year what you do in Germany in 2 or 3 years.
That's all, like you for sure know Andrew Tate, or not?
I don't follow him,
but you know who he is.
You know of him, yeah.
Because he's saying exactly the same. He's like, Romania is safe. It's a nice country. The people are lovely.
Isn't he a Romanian?
No, he's an American British guy.
Yeah, but he moved to Bucharest, and he was just looking. Where's the best place to have my whole enterprise and all my money? And then he just decided, okay, we move to Romania, Bucharest.
No, I don't follow him. I know about him. I'm not
living under a rock or something.
Just that he's not my type of guy to follow.
No, we understand. But
I know you have a video going through.
We do. It's very funny. We just asked because nobody really has asked that kind of question. You know, he's very big on social media in the past months.
He's the most Googled person since month.
Yeah, and so he's moved to Romania, and which is like everyone was like, "Where is Romania? And what is Romania?
What is this all about?
Why is he moved there?" And so we asked the Romanian people how they found him. But that's a by story anyway. A lot of rich people, a lot of people who do have money, and you're seeing it with your company as well, are deciding to make that move because of those reasons, because you can save much more here. You can make 80,000 here and save a lot more than somebody who makes, I don't know, let's say even 120, 150,000 in Germany with the same amount of workers. That as well we forgot to factor in. How much you pay for your workers in terms of salary.
And on top, how the people work for it. Because if you employ someone in Romania, let's say you have a very good running company and you say, look, I give you 2,000 per month. The people are more than happy about it and they are hardworking, while in Germany, everyone has like a minimum of like, as when you're finished with your apprenticeship, 2,000, everyone's like, my work is so shit, I don't want to go there. You know what I mean? Because there the social system is so perfect that everyone has this good life over generations and everyone forgets the other side that can happen. And Romanians still know this side. Everyone here knows how bad life can be with a small amount of money, no health insurance.
And we had 2008, which was quite recent, and Romania was hit very hard.
Yes.
For example, in the US, if you go and look on the charts, everything dropped 20, 30, 40%, something like that. In 1 year, it was back. Romania, we dropped 80%.
My goodness. By golly, I wouldn't have wanted to be here in that time.
And we just got the 2008 levels in 2019, 2020.
Wow. It took a long time to recover then. Very long time.
Yeah.
We are still in the developing phase and everything is developing. We don't have even all our public institutions fully digitalized yet.
Yeah, we know.
Yeah, which is.
But it's nothing where we are complaining about, I think, because it's a nice country, and for me and for everyone coming here, the best thing is it's a country where you can see it growing. You actually, I'm living here for 4 years. The neighborhood, I lived in 2 different places, and how much it changed is just unbelievable. The people take really
depends.
No,
if you lived in Ferentari and then went in where you're living right now.
He's talking about the same neighborhood, how it
each one
changed.
itself. So the first one got constructions improved, and then I moved to a different one, the same. And also what I realized, which I really, really like, what we also already mentioned, that the city, this whole system of the cleaning the streets and whatever is working very, very well here in Romania, in Bucharest at least. I can't talk about all cities.
Oh, you can though. Look at Oradea and other places which are even cleaner than Bucharest.
Yeah.
Oradea is something apart. In Bucharest, we had about the cleanliness. We had a big public debate 2 years ago in District 1. They just started having protests from the cleaning companies. A new mayor came and she said that, okay, this is too expensive. We are not paying for this. I'm not paying. I'm getting another company. Go. And they were like, okay, you don't want us. You don't pay us. We will not
Just
pick up the trash. Yeah. And now everything is clean. It's okay. We didn't have. I mean, I know the stories about New York that in summer it stinks.
Oh, I imagine it can.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't have, I mean, depends where you are going. We also, as I mentioned earlier, there's a part in Bucharest where you don't want to go.
Of course.
Everywhere.
Yeah.
But,
everywhere in Bucharest.
No, there's everywhere. I think it's main capital kind of places.
Yeah.
Everywhere in a main capital, there is one part where you're like,
don't go there.
It's not the best.
Yeah, but it's quite far away. I mean, it's not like the center of Bucharest.
No.
Yeah. There are some places where I don't know, you don't want to go, but and the cleanliness, it's not.
They don't want to go there either.
Yeah.
It's everybody. We all don't want to go there. Yeah.
When we were children, we were making fun of those areas that you go with your car and you're living with your steering wheel.
Oh my goodness. I have though, funnily enough, I have seen a video of one guy from the UK who went to one of these areas in Bucharest.
Oh yeah, there's one.
And actually, it was kind of cool. He had a kind of good reception over there. But I guess it could be also because he had a camera around.
And he had a guy with him.
Yeah, he had a guy who showed him around. Yeah.
I don't think he went where I'm thinking of.
No, it is.
Yeah, it is. It is where you think. I think there's one main place. There are 2 places, but there's one main place in Bucharest where it's like people generally. Ferentar people don't want to go. Yeah. Rahova as well. Sometimes people don't want to go as well.
I've been there 2-3 times.
I think I've been to Rahova as well, but I've never been to Ferentar.
Rahova is split in 2. Even if you say Rahova, there is
parts of it that are actually decent. Yeah.
It's split by a street that is coming from Alexandria. Mm-hmm. What is like north of that street, it's okay because there are flats and the area is okay. But what is south, starting going to Sălăjan, Ferentari, Sălaj?
Yes.
Those are houses with very poor people, very little income. They don't have money. Yeah. And the good part is that they are struggling. I mean, I know people from there who I have the term in Romanian. They overcame their situation.
Yeah.
And they move forward. But it still is. I mean, the people, I don't know the statistics, but I see that everything is evolving. Even when I was little, it was more...
was worse?
Yeah, it was
That's
worse.
good. Yeah. That's good. That's a good sign.
That's good to hear.
Yeah. Like we said, I think Romania is definitely on the way forward, especially Bucharest and in the time... living here 4 years, but we have people who had been here when they were young, like especially the Romanians, and they say it's a difference of night and day. When they were young, the turnarounds were just like mud mountains and with like hundreds of dogs sleeping on them.
Yeah.
And they are all gone. I think in Bucharest I saw really no difference to other cities, street dogs. It's like here and there is one maybe, but not every day or every second day, not even once maybe in a month I see one.
You don't have aggressive stray dogs. Even if you see one, but they're not aggressive. When I was a child, each flat had their own pack of dogs, not one dog, pack. And they are very aggressive. And speaking of stray dogs, I remember when I was small, we had our flat. In front of it, there were no dogs, but I was beaten when I was very small, and I had anxiety of dogs and barking of me. That I just gave, oh my God. And in order to go to the bus station, so we had the flat here to say so. The bus station was here, and I would just go around like that.
The other way around.
Yeah, because there was a pack right between our flat and
like a gang with a knife. Like, give me your wallet.
Yeah.
No.
Do you have stray dogs in Germany?
I don't think so.
We don't have any stray dogs in the UK.
Not really. I think almost. I've never seen one, I think.
Me neither.
Yeah. Yeah, the Romanians also too nice to them, I think. They give them food
a little
and
bit
stuff.
of... Yeah.
Yeah.
The pigeons also.
Yeah, every time I'm walking here to get some work done, there's a flock of pigeons just always fed. I'm like, my goodness, I have to walk around them. Like,
it's very funny. Now we have our office. It's at Piața Victoriei, that area. And we are like, old building. It was built around 1900s or something like that.
Wow.
We have something like wood paneling and so on. It's very beautiful from my point of view.
So it's before the communistic. So it was a kind of a leftover that was not destroyed by the communistic era.
Exactly, and not destroyed. I think it's even before the Second World War.
Yeah,
it's right next to a famous museum, George Enescu, that we have on Victoria.
Okay, yeah, I know where it is.
Yeah, those houses are awesome, to be honest. I love.
It's not a house; it's like a block of flats. But our balcony, just when you go on the balcony, you look at the museum.
The museum dark. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, and it's very very nice that you have one of the rooms has like a small balcony. It's like more like, I don't know, for aesthetics. I don't know why they built it there. It has 10 centimeters. You cannot do anything there. But we had a pigeon, a family of pigeons that came there, and I think at least 3 or 4 generations, they just put their nest there. We would throw them out, and then the next day they took branches. It was there. And one day, I think the situation got so sad for the lady pigeon. We threw everything out, and then we found the nest and the eggs. Now you cannot throw them out. And we left them there. 3 or 4 generations were nested there.
Wow.
On our balcony.
And you wanted to ruin it so quickly.
Yeah.
They're a little bit messy.
It is. That's the
just done
thing.
a bit scrambled eggs next morning.
I was the one in the office which was saying that, and everybody was like, "Remus, you're not scrambling the eggs." Okay.
Scrambled pigeon eggs, man. That's crazy.
Yeah, that's actually awesome. Yeah.
Yeah, awesome.
Yeah, Romania is a cool place for us, definitely. It is.
Indeed, there are many pluses. There are even minuses. We're not in the Schengen area.
Yeah. What do you say about that?
I don't know. Politics.
Yeah.
Probably we'll be there in a few years, but...
Do you really think so?
If we don't have another drug now... now we are without the MCV. Even if something happened, I know that Bulgaria had some problems and they wouldn't want Bulgaria in, so they wouldn't want us.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Yeah.
We should cross our fingers. We hope for the best.
Yes.
Yeah.
The best thing would be that we wouldn't have border checks at the airports. Those are the most annoying things that we go through.
Yeah.
But even if you don't have the border check, I mean, the border check doesn't take so long. It's more like the security check that has the longest line.
But I think still it's okay. I mean, I always like Bucharest. I can't complain.
Yeah, me neither. I really can't.
Compared, yeah, okay, for you coming from
In comparison,
London,
yeah.
yeah, I think it's okay.
Bucharest, indeed, it's okay. I've been to Hamburg quite recently, and the line there, I thought that it was the first time when I thought that I am going to lose the plane.
It was okay. It wasn't a time where was it the summer?
In May, this.
Yeah. It was the time.
Wild.
I think was it the time already where they didn't have all the employees, and it was like endless lines. I was also there once.
Yeah.
It was like hundreds and hundreds of meters. Yeah, a bit crazy.
I had to go to somebody and beg and say, look, this is my plane. I'm going to miss it. Please, please, please. Could you please let me go in front? And they were understandable.
Yeah.
And we got there just in time.
Yeah, that's great. What are, to ask you, are there some, let's also talk some negative points in general in your experience, especially, let's say, generally talking business-wise or coming to Romania, or things that are more difficult for people?
Yeah,
to
any
handle?
any like negative encounters or bad things that could arise.
Okay.
Because we want the truth, you know. We want the wholehearted truth. We know of the positives and the incentives to actually start businesses here. But what?
I will not give names, but be aware with whom you are collaborating. Do massive due diligence behind them and see how you get along. We had 2 clients until now. For example, starting a business, you need an accountant in Romania. Yes. And the accountant, they shook hands, but it's one accountant in particular in Bucharest who just charges you like crazy. You can end up with a bill of €1,000 or more. And if you don't pay it or you don't get along with her, she will not give you your paperwork back.
Wow.
And yeah, we had a client who got the paperwork back, and another client that she just didn't.
How much do you think? Because here in Romania, it's also the system that they charge monthly, is it the accountants?
Yes, they charge monthly because they work monthly. We usually refer some accountants, but we are not accountants. We don't. We work with some, and at the end of the day, you can work with anyone you get along with. But the idea is that if you need to know that person and to be okay.
Sure.
And
or know over a good contact.
I don't know. They are just like some evil persons.
Yeah. How much do you think for a normal business, like let's say the business earns
50K or something?
Yeah. How much should they charge? Because that was also something for us coming here very different, because in the first moment we were shocked that actually they charge per month, because what we know is you give your work, depending on how much the month had been or how much work they have to do, they just bill you. But then when we hear like it's always a fixed price, even if you don't earn anything that month, what would you say is like an average price?
Usually they have a minimum. That's the fixed amount that you're talking about. But the idea is that you have at the end of the month invoices received, invoices issued, bank statement which matches, and cash register cash checks. To say so. And based on that, they do something like an estimation, and they give you a price. Depends. I mean, there is like a service industry. What we did in our business, and we saw that it works very well. We have fixed prices. I don't care about now who knocks on our door or what happens. I know the price. This is the price. If you accept, I don't stop to haggle, to say so. But when you go to accountants, I saw that they are just looking 1 month. If they are overworked, they can give you a higher price. If they are underworked, they will give you a lower price, and so on.
Yeah,
that's why usually, and it also depends on personality. I had clients getting along with one accountant and not getting along with another, with whom I get along very well. And I'm like, I don't really care who you go with. These are free recommendations. They didn't do goof ups in the past. I trust them. If you want, see with whom you get along, and that's it.
Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, yeah, that's good to know in general. So I think accountant and lawyer, those are like, it's the main important to have someone good to actually support you during, especially abroad, having your business there, because there you can't actually, you have to trust someone like in the information that he's giving to you.
Yeah, indeed. We have clients who are coming and not having anything, but depends what you need to.
Yeah. Perfect. I think that rounds up the podcast, this episode.
Yes.
That we had today.
Remus, we thank you so much. You've given us more knowledge than you think. You've really imparted a lot of wisdom onto us, onto our viewers as well.
Yes.
And could you shout out where people could find you as well?
On YouTube, you can find us on R&R Partners Bucharest. We have our own channel. We have the website rrpb.ro and Google Maps, R&R Partners Bucharest. You'll find us there.
Yeah, so if you guys are European or even non-European nationals who are looking to find some lawyers in here to give you help, as Remus said, R&R Partners Bucharest can help with everything. They're one-stop shop. So if you have questions on anything or you need help incorporating
small service, you're struggling, like we did in the beginning.
Yes.
Trust us, save your time and get the help.
Yes, because then you can put your time into putting your business further.
Yes, and get the expert.
Exactly. All the links will be down below as well, inside the description, so don't worry about that. Yes. And thank you so much.
Thank you for coming around.
Thank you for inviting me.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Yeah.
For everyone right now listening, don't forget to leave your review in the audio apps.
Yes,
and to the people tuning in from our second channel, Romaniac Live, don't forget to subscribe, give it a like as well, and then see you guys in the next episode, hopefully with the next guest.
Before they do that, head over to our main channel as well, where we have awesome videos on our adventures here in Romania, our travels, everything fun, to see how awesome life is here in Romania if you guys want to come and visit or even come and live.
Or do business here.
Exactly.
Perfect. Then see you guys next time. La da vedere.
And ciao.